On this episode of The World's Strictest Parents,
When you're done with all that, take out the trash.
meet the Carrolls from Virginia.
Yeah, we're back to this again.
A family whose own harsh experiences
All of a sudden, we had nothing.
have shaped their tough love philosophy.
With trust, you can build a tremendously healthy relationship.
For the next week, they'll take in two defiant kids
Where on my body to say, you guys own me?
Don't talk to me like that.
That's me.
with no respect for family.
Great, I'm not doing it. I really don't give a about their expectations.
Will these foul-mouthed teens
That's an illegal substance.
I'm really good at rat's ass.
be the family's toughest challenge yet?
Let me go downstairs. Where on my body to say, you guys own me? Where? You're 16. Where? There's nothing on my body that says either of you own me. I'm Mary, I'm 16, and I'm from Hudson, Florida.
All right, you get your butt out of bed.
Mary is disrespectful and lazy.
Come on, get up.
I am!
She very seldom follows the rules.
We found some cigarettes, believe it or not.
Okay, then you went through my stuff.
I am soon to be Mary's stepmother.
Don't smoke and just behave, Mary.
I don't, shut up!
When Mary is disciplined, then she becomes very argumentative. Get off the phone and come and do the dishwasher.
No.
You have to help.
I would describe Lynette as controlling. I'm not emptying out the dishwasher. No.
I don't think that she respects me or her father.
Mary, get in here.
No.
If Mary doesn't change, I believe that she's gonna be suffering a lot in her life. I would do anything to get my daughter back, anything.
I'm Wyatt, I'm 17, and I'm from Riverside, California.
Wyatt, I need you to take the trash out now.
No.
Take the trash out now.
When my mom wants me to clean or do chores around the house, I refuse because it's her house, not mine.
Take her downstairs.
You.
Don't call me that name. Wyatt swears all the time, at me especially. Don't talk to me like that.
Touch me.
I don't think Wyatt cares if he's hurting me.
This is a bomb. Cost me 150 bucks.
I think marijuana is really, really bad for you. I think it makes you lazy.
When I get older, I want to smoke weed every day, pretty much all day.
Our relationship right now is kind of strained. These two are of Wyatt. He's always happy like this. I need you to take out the recyclables today.
You can do it yourself. I'm pushing my mother away because she's not really a person that I would like to spend time with.
Wyatt! If he doesn't get serious in life, he's going to end up living on the streets. Get back here!
I miss you. I am hoping Mary quits screaming and yelling, and I really hope she goes back a new girl.
Any family might look at me and think I'm sweet, but I'm really not.
See ya.
I'm pretty scared. I'm scared there's not going to be any changes.
My name is Tom Carroll. I live in Bumpus, Virginia with my wife, Shonnie. We have two children, Zachary, who is 19 years old, and Mackenzie, who is 16 years old.
Why don't you go ahead and get your fur done and then sweep and mop.
Shawnee's a wonderful mom. Her nickname is the Bear. We call her Shonnie Bear.
When you're done with all that, take out the trash.
All right.
Daily chores are just part of living here. It's part of taking care of the house, part of everyone living together. You're gonna need to finish that corner over there.
We do a lot of chores. It is expected, and if you don't do it, you do have to do a little extra to make up for what you didn't do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They give me and my sister a great amount of respect, and they let us have our own independence there because we've earned their trust.
1, 2, good.
Shonnie and I have had a lot of foster kids through the house, as well as our own children. I think at last count, 15.
I think it has made us stronger doing something difficult together and then getting through it.
Not yet. February 14th, 2007, brought about a distinct change in the way I looked at the world. Our house burned down.
All of a sudden, we had nothing but what we had worn that day.
You really learn that it wasn't about so much material things as it was everybody around you.
They just had to get us through it, and I just don't know how we did it, but they got us through it.
I think it drew us closer because we realized what we could have lost. We are a family unit. We have a set of rules, we have a structure, and when the teens get here, they need to learn to fit into our structure.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Mary.
My name's Wyatt.
Hi. I would not be friends with Wyatt back home. The fact that I can stick my hand through his earlobe creeps me out a lot. You can try and tell me not to do something, and I don't really care. I don't do chores. I'm at home. I hate them.
I thought that Mary was a good-looking person.
What do you do for fun?
Play video games, listen to music, smoke weed.
Oh,
It's gonna be fun.
I'm worried.
You're worried? That's okay. Okay to be a little nervous.
I'm excited to finally meet the teens. There's been a lot of anticipation about what the teens will be like.
When I first pulled up to this house, I thought, oh, that's the family that's gonna be giving me hell for a week.
He looks like Santa Claus. My first impression of the Carroll family was that these people, they didn't look normal.
Welcome, I'm Shonnie.
I'm Mary.
Mary, nice to meet you. When I saw Wyatt and Mary, I felt like these are some kids that we're going to be able to handle.
Wyatt, good to meet you.
What's your name?
Tom. I was very unfazed by, the giant plugs in the ears. Some of the kids that come into the house will try to shock you right off the bat.
Go ahead and leave your suitcases on the porch.
When they told me to leave my suitcase on the porch, I got kind of mad because I really didn't want my clothes to be frozen.
To get started, we'll just go over kind of the expectations and things.
And some of these rules that we've got are because we've had 15 foster kids through our house. Communicate your feelings in a calm and appropriate manner. I'm sure we're going to have differences of opinion. We can probably find some common ground rather than, button heads, so.
Everyone will do a daily chore. Do you all have chores at home?
I don't do them. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to them tell me to do around their house. They can do it.
Do you do chores, Wyatt? So everybody else kind of just does everything in your house?
We really were serious about laying down the law. Their house may have completely different rules or may have no rules at all. But we have a way we run our house.
There's 4 chores. Just pick one so that you'll be able to do that daily.
I'll vacuum.
Vacuum?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wyatt, sweep them up the floor. You go ahead and put your name there.
I signed a piece of paper just to get them off my back. I didn't really feel like arguing with them.
I brought out a bucket so that if you had any illegal substances or whatever, you can go through your bags and your pockets and put them in there. We do not allow illegal activities in the house. Our primary job is health and safety. You want to get something out of your suitcase?
With trust as an anchor, you can build a tremendously healthy relationship with pretty much anyone.
What do you use the tape for?
For my ears.
My monkey is my best friend this week. Before I came to the new house, I cut a hole in his back and put 2 packs of cigarettes in there.
You ready to move in? The fact that we didn't find anything in their bags didn't relieve my mind. It made me know that they were a lot more creative and they were gonna make us work. Just check their pockets.
Shonnie stuck her hands in my pockets. Nothing like, is there anything in there first, and have me pull them out? No, she decided to stick her hands in my personal property.
Okay, we can't have smoking. When I found the cigarettes on Mary, I knew that there were going to be more trust issues to come.
How about side pocket? Kids look for structure. If they don't have a structure in place, they flail. They do random things for no good reason. Fortunately, we try to be a little proactive. We try to nip things in the bud before they get too far.
I think the rules are kind of crazy.
They can try and make me do whatever the they want, but I guarantee I'm not gonna do it.
Coming up,
I just want to be chilled out. I just want to be left alone for right now.
Mary breaks the rules, but the Carrolls won't back down.
Clean this bathroom, or you can use the porta potties outside.
Mary, Time to get up. Time to wake up. We have a big day ahead of us today.
Morning, bud. It's morning. You ready to wake up?
I was really tired, but they would probably keep bugging me until I did get up.
My plan for making this week is to be able to go outside and smoke my cigarettes.
Hey, Miss Mary.
Hello.
What do you usually do in the morning when you wake up at home?
I don't like just sitting down and talking to people.
I had hoped that Mary and Wyatt would see that Mackenzie and Zach were doing their chores and that they would just go forward and meet the expectation. Wyatt signed up to sweep and mop.
Oh, okay.
So when we're out of the kitchen, you guys can go ahead. Here's the vacuum. There's basically 3 sections. There's the kitchen, and then the dining room, and then the living room.
Contributing to the family and doing chores is bullshit. I didn't really feel like arguing with them.
Like, you want to go in a line,
Do you want to think I'm 5 years old and can't vacuum?
then come here.
I know how to vacuum.
Okay, just make sure you get.
You don't have to explain it. I know how to do it.
All of the thing, all the way up, all the way back. Oh, we're not done yet, honey.
I was done. I vacuumed enough.
We need to do right out in there. Right in
I did
front.
over there.
You did in there? Okay, awesome. Let's come right around that table.
I really don't want to vacuum anymore.
No, but remember, everybody in the family has to do a part, and you signed up for vacuuming. She is going to look for any wiggle room, any inch, any way to really not do what is expected of her. Would you rather do the bathroom?
No.
No.
I don't touch bathrooms. I don't vacuum. I don't touch bathrooms. I don't mop or sweep floors. No, I don't do any of that. I grew up with a maid. I don't clean.
Well, everybody has to do something, so I'm gonna let you sit and think about it for a little bit, but you're gonna need to finish that corner over there.
I really was thinking that she was just a bitch.
What are you angry about?
I just want to be chilled out. I just want to be left alone for right now. Not you standing there watching me, standing over my shoulders.
That's not polite to talk that way. It's disrespectful. Well, I'm gonna kind of hang out here and just make sure that you're, safe and everything's okay.
That sucks. The mom's weird. I want to be alone for a second, and she's following me everywhere I go.
Mary ran off because she didn't want to finish vacuuming, so she's across the way. So
We're not really so concerned about the cigarette itself as we are concerned with what the cigarette represents. And the cigarette represents a breach of trust.
I honestly didn't care if there were any consequences to me smoking and getting caught. It was just something I had to do.
Mary isn't going to outsmart Tom and I. We have looked in a lot of places for a lot of teens' things, and we've always found them.
When Shonnie had the Mikey in her hand, I was freaking out a little bit, like, you're gonna find him.
That's where it brings on.
I was like, oh,
The consequence for these things are going to be to clean the bathroom.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do things that break expectations, and then the consequence are chores that are not pleasant, and they go downhill from there. When I took the cigarettes out, I just wanted to rip them up and get rid of them. Also, I knew she'd be cleaning the bathroom. I wanted her to see it.
Really pissed me off because I spent my money on those, and she had no right to just do that.
Time to come in the bathroom now, Mary.
No, I'm not cleaning the bathroom. It's gross. Where's my other shoe?
I need you to stand at that doorway.
Oh, so you're gonna trap me in a room? That's f***ing ridiculous.
We don't talk that way.
I don't
Mary.
care.
That you don't use
I
that
don't
language.
care.
Do you want another tour? Dude, there's more bathrooms than one in this house.
Great, I'm not gonna do it.
We have 5 bathrooms.
Awesome.
You have a bad mouth and you use bad words. Potty words belong in the bathroom, so that's where you get to clean up.
Clean this bathroom, make amends. Or you can use the porta potties outside.
Coming up, tough choices for Mary.
Why don't you go back and do what's been asked of you?
And Wyatt tests the boundaries.
That's an illegal substance.
I don't really give a rat's ass.
I think when Mary found out that she had just lost bathroom privileges and she was going to use a porta potty, I could see her anger escalate.
Oh, so you're gonna lock the doors so I can't get in and brush my teeth even?
You don't have bathroom privileges. The bathroom's order.
No, that.
We don't talk that way, Mary.
I don't care. Let me go downstairs.
Right. Well, I'm gonna escort you.
It pisses me off that every 3 steps I take, she's 2 more behind me. I hate being followed around always.
Hey, Mary, put that out.
No.
Yeah.
Try and take it out of my hand. Great. If Shonnie would have got the cigarette out of my hand, I would have been pissed. I would have picked it right back up.
Flip it out. Come on.
No, I'm not done with it.
Yeah. I think I made Mary's last cigarette here not enjoyable. It's kind of hard to come back from trust when that's what you do when we give you a chance to build up trust, is to go smoke one more time. Is that how all your relationships are? 0 trust? Just closing everybody out. Every time somebody sets an expectation, not even trying to meet it. Going below the bar every time. If she keeps lashing out at the world around her, she's gonna be in a very sad place in a couple of years. Okay. Well, I'll see you when you're ready. So we gave Mary the choice. Either she can clean the bathroom and have bathroom privileges, or she can go out and use the porta potties.
I agreed to clean the toilet and the tub and everything just so I can actually shower and brush my teeth and use the bathroom in here instead of walking outside when it's cold out.
I was very proud of her at that moment. Doing something that you know is right but is that difficult to accept takes a lot of guts.
I had planned to have a discussion with Wyatt later in the day, but when Wyatt came downstairs with his hat on, I saw that we were going to have that discussion first thing in the morning. Well, first of all, we need you to take your hat off, Wyatt, because that's an illegal substance, and we don't have it or support it.
When I put the hat on, I knew that they wouldn't approve of it, but I really didn't care. Well, you don't have to support it, but I will.
We can't have that in the house, so I need you to take it off.
It's not an illegal substance, it's just a picture, so I'm not gonna take it off.
We don't talk disrespectful like that either. We saw a stronger, more angry side of Wyatt. We're gonna need you to take it off.
I like it the way it is.
It's not in line with the expectations of the house.
I don't really give a rat's ass.
Excuse me?
I don't give a rat's ass.
You need to express yourself appropriately. So we
That was
will address your
appropriately.
language.
When Tom and Shonnie were yelling at Wyatt about his hat, it just kind of made me happy that I wasn't getting yelled at for a change.
It's just a beanie.
It obviously means something to you, or you wouldn't be so resistant with this. And it symbolizes something that is not in line with the expectations of the house.
I'm still trying to really figure out what Wyatt's got behind the curtain. You can't find any ground to start working on. I need to let you know that it's not okay in my house.
I don't find things offensive, though.
Well, some people do. So if you'd, take it off and put it in your room, I mean, that's fine.
That's okay.
Okay, I think we've been building a friendship. How about actually inside out, rather than just on the back? Because you don't want your.
Like that.
Yeah, but you're gonna be inside.
This is all I'm gonna do. I didn't plan on doing it, and I did it, and you should be happy with that.
And I appreciate it more than you would know.
It's gonna be in my pocket, and you won't see it.
He did turn it around. He did cover it up. He also needs to be able to count on the fact that we will follow through. We will give a consequence.
I wanted to show Mary and Wyatt a video of our house in the fire, and hopefully that will touch them in some way. It's hard to watch the video, but it is a part of who we are now. So we came home and there was still fire burning and there were fire trucks.
That was pretty much all that was left of the house that was standing.
They said it was burnt too bad to determine a true cause.
The roof on the garage was gone. The bonus room upstairs was gone. Both of your bedrooms were not there anymore.
We kept looking. We kept looking for things.
You just searched for anything that was recognizable, and there really wasn't much left. Shonnie's wedding ring is somewhere in the ashes there. As is pretty much everything else we owned. I need a minute. I apologize.
It was upsetting to see all that, and I was just speechless. It makes me realize what I have in life, and it just would be terrible to lose everything like that.
I was just thinking that I really didn't care because I haven't really had an experience like this family. If something really happens to me like that, like something unfortunate, I would just figure it as I'm on my own.
How you doing this morning?
Good. Great. Mary came down this morning in a great attitude. I was really pleased to see her and see that she was ready for the day.
Hey, Mr. Wyatt. Want to come downstairs? We felt that it was necessary to consequence Wyatt for his foul language, and so we were following up and trying to correct and trying to teach him a different way to express himself. We talked about appropriate language, and we all know that words have tremendous power,
Not really. I feel what I did wasn't wrong. Punishment's not gonna do.
To finish this process is to go ahead and accept the consequence for the actions you chose.
It's not really actions, though.
You did. You chose to do certain things.
It's just words.
See, there's one right there.
But you knew coming into this house that that was going to be a word that would not be acceptable in this house.
It's acceptable everywhere. You're just being kind of immature.
It isn't acceptable in this house. There's many people that are offended by that type of language.
I really don't care if they're offended. Maybe they should stay home then.
Well, we were home.
Doesn't matter to me. I didn't fully agree with him, but I'll let him have his opinions and I'll let myself have my own opinions. All right, so what chore do I gotta do?
The little bathroom down here?
Sure.
Just kind of spiff it up. I don't think he was happy about it, but he did it.
I'm not gonna change.
All right. I'm not asking you to change a whole lot. I'm just asking you, to watch your language here. And pretty much everything else is your choice.
Hey, Wyatt, will you come do your morning chore, please? sweep and mop the floor?
I just did it.
What?
I just did it.
The bathroom wasn't a morning chore.
I felt like I already did a chore. So what was that for?
That was the consequence for behavior choices. He clearly didn't get that was a consequence for an action, and he has a daily chore. Is it getting the crud in the corners? There you go.
I don't think he sees yet what breaking a rule and having a consequence really tie together. They seem to be two separate events in his life.
I have something for you. It's a letter from home.
When Shonnie gave me a letter from my dad this morning, I realized that I miss my family a lot. I'm gonna read it to you.
Okay.
Dear Mary, we'll get the hard stuff out of the way first. We want you to help with chores around the house. We want you to not smoke. We want you to respect the house rules and not push the boundaries. You might think we are asking a lot, but really we are just asking for respect in our house. You are God's gift to both of us, and we will always love you, always protect you, and always try our best to help guide you in making the best decisions possible.
What are you thinking?
It just pisses me off that my dad didn't even write it, she did, and she probably wouldn't even let him write it. I'd rather have it coming from my dad than her. And she's the one that pisses me off. She's the reason why me and my dad fight. She's not my mother.
Whether she's your mom or not, she is the other adult in the household. And setting the rules, setting the expectations is their job together. And he knows that he needs to support those rules. I think you need to give him a chance. If you come up here and you go through all this work and you do all these things and you don't give him a chance, then what was this whole week about? What was all this work you've done? I can see why Mary was frustrated and angry. She just needed some reassurance and some comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Mary really loves her dad, and they need their time. Have you three all ever sat down and made expectations together so that it wasn't just like her expectations against you and then dad comes in?
Sit there and talk. I'm not the type of person to sit there and like talk.
Maybe the three of you kind of say, you know, this is what we'd expect in the house, and you'd say, well, this is what, you know, I agree to do this, kind of like you did here. And then what I need from you as my dad, I need some time with you. You know, you have needs, and I think you're just, you know, you're trying really hard to get your needs met, and, you know, that's okay, but you just need to make sure it's an appropriate way that's not going to get you in trouble or not going to have people mad at you, because then they'll never see the, you know, all the positive, good things about you. You're a good girl. Regardless of her hurt and where she is emotionally, she has to make changes and she has to put herself out there.
Coming up, Tom tries to reason with Wyatt.
Now might be the time to start building a new relationship.
Just don't want to?
Wyatt, can I see it for a minute?
Yeah.
Wyatt had a letter from home today from his mom. Let's go outside for a sec. He needs to open up. I think the letter from home is probably the best place to start. I've got the letter from home, and I'd like you to read it. I'll give you a little space.
All right.
Let you read it.
To my one and only son, Wyatt, first of all, I want you to say, I love you always. I might not always agree with your choices, but be assured I will always be there for you. I've always been proud of you, but I'm worried about your future and about the road you're following. I miss the sweet, loving son that I used to have. I've missed you, I loved you. Why would she say things on a letter and not to my face?
Good?
I think it's just bull.
Would it be okay if I saw it? He seems to be unwilling to accept the emotion expressed in the letter. She brings up love a lot.
And that?
Yeah.
She can say it all she wants, but she doesn't show it. She hopes I change when I go home. It's just...
I think she probably just wants to talk to you more.
The thing is, though, like, I used to really try, and it was kind of sad. I'm just gonna give up, and she can do it now.
Oh, don't give up. Don't give up.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Okay. Give me a hint. Can I ask what happened?
I got caught smoking weed or whatever.
Okay.
And then, like, my mom was just really mean to me and took me to counseling and all that, and I really hated counseling.
Mm-hmm. You think she's worried about you?
Yeah, she tells me all the time.
Okay. Some of that meanness probably came out of fear.
I still just don't like her.
You think there's any place in that letter that you can start with Mom?
I just really don't want to.
Wyatt carries a grudge around in him. It's gonna take both of you to build a relationship. Nothing worthwhile is easy.
I don't agree with that one, though.
I don't know.
Because life is easy. You just make it hard.
When you press a thought, he steps back, he retreats. It's like pushing against fog. I was kind of frustrated. Wanna go get some lunch?
Sure.
Took Wyatt to Ashland for lunch for just a change of venue, you know, getting him out of the house, getting him into a new environment. I don't have the experience with your mom that you do.
Yeah.
Obviously. But from the letter, it sounds like she might be willing to make some changes.
Yeah.
Now might be the time to start building a new relationship.
Why do you want me to have a relationship with my mom so bad?
Because I think you want to have a relationship with your mom, but I think you've been hurt. I think she's been hurt. What's one thing she does well? She calls you and says, hey, you want dinner, right?
Yeah, she's pretty consistent with that.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's silly, but it's not bad. When she brings you food, do you say thanks, Mom?
I think I do.
Next time she does it, can you be sure to say thanks, Mom?
Yeah.
Do you guys eat together then? Or
No.
does she take it into the kitchen and you go in your room and eat?
She puts it on the stairs and then she like yells for me to come down and I go get it and I go to my room and eat it.
What if she said, hey, Wyatt, why don't you come down and eat with me? Let you go?
I could, easily.
Okay.
I don't know if I would, though.
What if it helped start building a relationship with her? We're back to this again.
I'm not really that caring for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it seems like you are.
Because I know how important it's going to be to you.
It's not important for me now, so why would it be important later on?
Probably the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life is forgive anything that's happened in the past.
That's definitely not the hardest. I could do that in a second.
If you do nothing else, it'll take that whole knot out of you. You got to forgive her. She's got to forgive you. And if you hang on to it, it's going to poison your relationship. It's going to poison any chance of you guys ever having a relationship. It's going to poison you ever having a chance to have a good relationship with anybody you may fall in love with down the line.
I don't know if I'm going to fall in love, though.
Seeing him not perceive anything that's happened in his life as being loved breaks my heart. It's a sad, scary, lonely place to be.
How much cheese do you want me to do?
I feel like for the short amount of time we've had with the teens, I've really bonded. Over the week, we've become really close.
Oh, good. I'm hungry now.
When aren't you? Just joking.
Well, that's true.
I feel more of a family here than I do with my real parents. I like Tom better than I like my mom.
It's just nice to be a part of this family because they actually do things together.
Coming up, is there hope for Wyatt? And will Mary come clean with her dad?
What do you want, baby? Today's the day the teens will be leaving. I feel excited for them to go home and see if they can make things better and take some things they've learned with them. We just got word that your mom's on her way. So if you want to go upstairs and start packing, I'll just finish that up for you.
When Wyatt heard his mom was coming, he seemed disappointed, upset. I don't know that he was ready to go home.
One thing I learned from this experience was now I actually know what a family is like now, a real family. Tom has a little saying for everything, so I think he'll get through to my mom.
I got stuck.
All right.
Yeah, that happens. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Your dad's on the way. You want to come sit down for a second? I let Mary know that her parents were on the way, but I wanted to take a few minutes to help her collect her thoughts before they got here. What you've said is that you want to spend more time with your dad. I think he needs to hear it from you. So if we're here with you and we can let him know how much this means to you and support you, would you be willing to let him know that?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be hard to tell my dad that I wish he would have wrote the letter. He might get mad at me.
How excited are you to see her?
I'm so excited. I am. I'm just ready. I am more than ready to see her. I just hope everything worked out well.
Baby. Hi. When I saw my dad and my stepmom, I was happy. I missed both of them a lot. I didn't think I would.
Oh, baby. Oh.
I missed you too.
Tom and I are going to make sure that Mary makes the request she needs, and we're going to be there to support her.
Did you learn something being here?
Yeah, I vacuum.
Yeah, she was the vacuumer.
You vacuum.
She vacuumed?
All right.
And I clean the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell them why we cleaned the bathroom?
It was a consequence.
What'd you do, Mary?
I got caught smoking outside, and then I yelled at them and all that.
But we talked about it. She took the consequence eventually. It took some getting there.
So what is your house dynamic like?
You saw her strong will. So Daryl and I bang our head against the walls. My thought is we all live in the house so we can all contribute.
I'm gonna help out.
You are?
Yes.
What do you want, baby?
I want to spend more time with you.
Oh, yeah, but you can always spend time with me.
She was so hurt that you didn't write the letter that she cried, and she said all she wanted was a letter from her dad.
I thought it was just from you.
Well, I was right there for the whole thing, believe me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wish I would have just wrote it myself.
It's all right.
I think this will be a big turning point in your life and in your family.
I think Mary grew up a lot this week. We're gonna miss you like crazy.
When I first got here, I really didn't care about anything. Now that I'm leaving, I'm gonna help out more, and I'm not so lazy. And I'm just happy.
You work hard, okay? Do well in school. My hope is that with the house a little less chaotic and Dad understanding that he needs to be with Mary more, their whole family dynamics will be better in the future.
You don't understand how happy, how like happy I am. I missed you guys so much.
Oh, we missed you, Mary. Yeah, we missed you.
I will be a little disappointed if Wyatt hasn't made any changes.
You may not mesh every time, but one of these times you will.
That's your mom. Do you want to go get her and...
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi. I saw my mom and I felt kind of relieved.
How you doing? Ooh, how you doing? You look like you're sleepy.
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Good, good.
I'm not sure Wyatt will ever be comfortable in a family setting, but I think we might be able to give him some clues, his mom some clues about how they might continue to proceed. So what was your favorite part about being here?
I guess just seeing how a family would actually work in the real world. I never really experienced a real family.
Do you think you could take our experience, the experience you had home, and maybe try to build the same kind of thing?
Sure.
It is important to be part of a family and to do a little bit of time with everyone. Maybe you can start by having dinners together, just bringing everybody to the table. Do you think you'd be willing to spend a little more time with Mom.
Sure.
What do you think your mom can do to begin to meet you halfway?
Just talk,
You just want to talk?
I guess.
That'd be cool. That's a great way to start.
What do you see as his strengths at home?
You know, he's strong-willed. He's got a mind of his own, that's for sure.
And that can be a good thing when it's applied in the right direction.
It can.
And he will always have a place right here. I don't want to see him walk back into the same environment he came from. He's got to make some changes. His mom's got to make some changes. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get there. Some kids need more care, more intense therapy than we can give here. Don't give me that handshake stuff.
I guess I haven't told him, you know, how much I care for him, but, you know, I really do. I just need to tell him how much I love him more.
Thanks for listening to him.
I am hopeful for the future, but my mom needs to be loving and caring and show interest that things that I'm interested in.
Being a teenager in this world today is really difficult, and they need to know that they're not in it alone.
We sent 2 kids off with, I think, what could be hope for a better tomorrow.